the Minnie Run Recovery. My name is Lisa, and it's officially week 4/week 5. Week 4 of me vlogging, week 5 of me finishing training. And to celebrate, I decided to get myself a $55 budget worth of items. I'm going to post that video separate so you guys can see what I got for myself, why I made the decisions I made, and then also like potential weight loss that I might have had since I started my vlog over a month ago. I'm hoping that with my training increasing over time that I will be doing little prizes here and there for myself for making those wins. By month 6, I want to buy myself a Garmin. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to write them in the comments. I've been doing my own research, but I'm going to keep it up to make sure that I reach that goal. And from the running and everything, I've been feeling absolutely great. My first 5K since I've been diagnosed with long COVID is coming up near the end of April. So I'm really excited to share that with you in the next few weeks. But I think that I will be able to start consistently running at 30 minutes if I can keep up with all of my training. All right, so let me tell you everything that happened this week, and we're going to go from there. All right, so let's talk about meal prep. So to start off the week, I looked in my fridge, and I noticed that I still had things left over from the last week. So I just decided to remake 2 of my recipes, my turkey bacon recipe with the Brussels sprouts, and then I also made my ground turkey recipe from last week as well. So both were really good. The reason why I really like the turkey bacon with the Brussels sprouts is that Brussels sprouts are super high in fiber, and they also help reduce inflammation. And not to get too TMI on you with my long COVID symptoms, but I just feel so much lighter after eating these types of dishes, and my stomach doesn't feel as upset. To keep it dairy-free, I use coconut oil. I feel like it's lighter. I like leaving like the extra virgin olive oil for things like pastas and such. Of course, that is also gluten-free. For the turkey ground recipe, in general, the main reason why I use turkey is that the meat is so much leaner. And leaves way less grease. So I prefer having that recipe because it's also super quick to make. So I make the turkey, ground turkey in my skillet, then I transfer it over to my crock pot, and then my crock pot kind of takes care of the rest. Unfortunately, last week my crock pot burned it up, so I was like, okay, I'll try doubling it because the flavor was still good. And then I also got a crock pot with a timer because I had additional funds left over due to the fact I didn't have to buy as much meal prep stuff. So it went over better, but it's still burnt. So I think I'm just going to reduce the cook time a little bit so it's not as chaotic. The shopping experience was really interesting. I remembered about half of my ingredients, and then the other half I completely forgot, and I had to run in the store and then put it in my car and then contact curbside and ask to put my stuff in the car afterwards. So it's just things like sides, like hummus and the holy guacamole, which I highly recommend to use, and like salad ingredients, so chop it up. So I had something alongside my turkey bacon recipe and my ground turkey. So just to let you know, my roasted hummus recipe is not good enough to like talk about. It just wasn't. I've had really good Mediterranean like hummus before, and to kind of go from that to what was on display at Meijer just didn't go over very well for me. I will give more recommendations if I can find a specific one, but I do like roasted garlic hummus. It's really tasty when you have the right kind. And so I'll let you know when I find the garlic, the roasted garlic hummus, which one I went with. So yeah, meal preps went over really well, really smooth. It only took me an hour like last time. So that was super helpful. And then to break up my breakfasts, I had toast, and then I had bought some yogurt. So one day I would have the toast with the holy guacamole, and then the other day I would have like the So Delicious brand of the coconut yogurt. So that went over really smoothly so that I could still have food that I preferred that didn't make me bored. I will say that I am missing ranch a lot. I know there are vegan ranches out there, but if you guys have suggestions for any recipes or any sort of ranch that's vegan or like dairy free, please put it in the comments. I need it. Like, ranch used to be a staple of my diet, and not having it makes me really sad sometimes. But let me know if you have any in particular that you recommend. So moving forward into my cross training this week, I definitely did a little bit of yoga. I did a little bit of Pilates. I did lots of planks and lunges and such before I ran. I actually have a video of me doing my run training or my warm-up before going on the treadmill because our gym was a little bit slower. I personally am not a type of vlogger, I guess, that will record things in the gym if other people are exercising. So that was kind of the case. So I was just really lucky that Friday that it was clearer. So I haven't done weight training yet since I've had long COVID, but after this week and how I'm feeling about my runs, I'm gonna definitely go back to doing weight training again. I think that it's time for me, and I need the strength to be able to push off the ground. On top of, doing all these runs, I'm also a dance teacher, and I'm trying to get a teacher certification in ballet. So it's so important that my arms are strong enough and that I'm able to jump in the air. Like, I have the endurance covered with all of my running, but I think that it will support me a little bit more to get back to my weight training regimen again. So I'm going to start, doing 10-15 minute segments at work of weight training along with some yoga just to stretch everything out. So it went really well. I also know that at Run Disney you start in a parking lot, and planks aren't ideal for that type of situation. So I might change my routine when I go to Run Disney to doing planks at my hotel wherever I'm staying, and then I'm gonna go and do like my lunges and my hamstring kicks, my calf stretches, dynamic. All of these are dynamic, by the way. I don't do anything static before a run when I get there. So I might change up my warm-up routine, but as of right now, I really like how it feels. And I feel like when I get my core activated, it just feels so much better when I run because I have more of awareness of like what's going on as I do everything. So this week I had some really weird long COVID problems. I consistently had to get up at 4 a.m. to go to the bathroom. And then of course it's like super hard to fall back asleep. I'm not sure why that is happening because I definitely use the bathroom before I go to bed, but it definitely impeded progress a little bit in the sleep department. And so I especially right now, like, I'm functioning doing this video exclusively on notes. If I didn't have notes in front of me, I pretty much would forget like what happened this week. So I had to concisely like kind of put that down. I also noticed in the memory department as well that like I'm such a visual type of a person, and I remember things based on what I see. So like someone at the store had a water bottle, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot my water bottle at home. So a solution I'm thinking of is just putting like little flashcards of different things in my bag so that I can remember things like my keys, my wallet, my phone, and everything else, and just keeping my bag with me at all times. If you haven't read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, I highly recommend it. It's so good. There's a section in the book that talks about stacking and habit stacking. So like when you brush your teeth, you do your calf raises so that you can keep cross training. So in that type of a way, I try to put all of my bags in one particular spot rather than having multiple different spots. So I have to run out the door, I know that it's always going to be there. And that's helped me out so much this week, just by stacking everything in a particular place. So Because at one point I had a place for my keys, and then I had a place for my bag, and then I had a place for my, phone. And I feel like with having so many different places, sometimes I can remember maybe one or two, but remembering like all 3 or 4 places where I put things, it's much harder. So that's a little tidbit for me for help. If you guys have recommendations, or if you have experienced this in any way, let me know too. And I'll tell you, you're not alone, like, at all. I experience this on the daily, everywhere I go. All right, I'm about to show you guys how my runs went this week. So pretty good. Just lots of surprises. The videos will kind of show you like my intervals and what to expect, but just know I got all 3 done and it felt really good. So yeah, I know next week that I'm gonna get closer to doing a full 20-minute run by either Thursday or Saturday, so I'm really excited to be able to do that again. I don't know how that will go over, but I'm just gonna make sure to go a little bit slower than how I've been going in these videos from the last time. And then Run Disney registration opens on Tuesday. It's crazy. I told you guys last week about my process. I'm keeping all of my times from prior races ready to go so that I can just enter it in and hopefully get put into a sooner corral. There's multiple corrals spanning from A through E. A is the first one to go out and E is the last one to go out. I prefer to getting into the earlier one because then I know I don't have to worry as much about the balloon ladies being in the back. But if I'm in corral E, the balloon ladies will be there. And if you guys aren't familiar, Run Disney has specific race times that you have to make. You have to be able to do a 16-minute mile, so they recommend that you train at 15-minute mile pace. If I'm put in corral E, I'm more likely to be put with the balloon ladies at the back, and if that's the case, if I'm not able to make the time, I might get swept because the parks have to still open at a particular time, and if we're still running, then, operations are gonna get pushed back. So I'm gonna do my best to submit my proof of time so that doesn't happen, so I can get put into an earlier corral. I've been told this week that the Dopey Challenge has 8,000 registration spots still open. And even though that seems like a lot, I'm not sure. Like, I know that these races sometimes sell out within a couple of hours, but I'm just going to do my best, manifest good things, and hope that I can get in to Dopey. And if I don't, I'm still going to train as though I made it. And, if I happen to be at the parks, I'll just run it, outside of the park. So that's my goal. And if I also don't make it, I knew a few charities that are accepting runners. I shared that in the last video, so if you want to take a look at that, look at my last video to see which charities usually go with Run Disney. So I hope you enjoy my runs this week. It was a really fun time. Also lots of unexpected ups and downs, but I can't wait to share the journey with you. Alright, finished the run. Very, very good. I hope that this helps other people with long COVID if you're returning to running. But what I noticed is that when I run, I have to start like 5 clicks slower, almost 10 clicks slower. And then as I progressively run about like my 15-minute mark, I can start going fast again. So see if that helps you. Definitely has helped me. I'm really proud of my run today. I was able to get in 2.69. I'm counting the treble because I forgot to turn on my Fitbit again. Yeah, special. So yeah, I am now moving on to technically week 5, but week 4 with you guys because I've technically started recording for 4 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys on the next run. Another run complete. Today it was 5-minute run, 3-minute walk, 5-minute run, 3-minute walk, one more 5-minute run, then cool down. And did it. I got up to about, according to my treadmill, 276, but according to my Fitbit, I did about 250. So yeah. Sorry about the location where I record. I know it probably is more interesting if I go elsewhere, but I just want to respect people's surroundings, so I record where everything is kind of quiet. But yeah, no, felt really good today. No pre-run video because I ran into my supervisor and yeah, I didn't want to record any of that stuff. Alright, on to the weekend. I figured I'd take a video elsewhere other than the places I've been normally recording, and my run was super surprising today. It was like 7:55 run, 5-minute walk, 7:55 run, and then cool down, which I was not expecting because I was doing the 5-minute intervals before. So that was exciting change, but I really think that I'm feeling the difference. Like I feel like I have a lot more stamina. I don't know how other people would do with the Just Run app, but for me it's a nice even pacing for patrol. Alright, that concludes week 4/5 of my vlogs this week. Thank you so much to Detroit Free Press Marathon and Michigan Run Gals for being so supportive of me through this entire journey that I plan on continuing. Unfortunately, no running outside this week. Crazy weather, and the one day that I wanted to do it, I had a private lesson with my mentor that's really going to cancel for my Chicago grade 4, which is my ballet teacher certification. I did not want to miss that. But thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to my channel, share it. I would love also to hear your feedback about how my videos are doing. Again, it's first time YouTuber, and I know there's areas I can improve, so please let me know. But see you next week. Thank you.